My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall. Let's continue with the champ. You're in Ascension 4. I'm gonna quickly fix that one up over on the side. We're gonna trade our opening boss relic. I'm really keen to trade the opening boss relic a little bit more. Ooh, this really does give us a good opportunity to do it, doesn't it? No early elites. A curse for 250 souls. No thank you. Colorless card to obtain. Alright, let's swap it. Oh gosh. Runic Dome. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer see enemy intents. Well, I should probably draft a little more defensive than I typically would, but other than that, it's not really going to change a huge amount of how I play. A little more defensive than I typically would. Does that mean I upgrade, like, a defend or anything like that? Or is that just a bit much? I find often I can end up removing execute or not really caring too much about execute. It's like one strength. I mean, it matters. Certainly. I'm gonna take Taunt, though. Upgrading this so I can actually choose this stance is so dang impactful. Okay, lose a strike. Now I'm a little bit in damage deficit. Yeah, not a huge fan of this one. Alright, let's go taunt our way into, I guess, defensive, so that next turn I can execute and still be happy about it. I'm actually also going to triple defend in case they're both attacking. One. Dang. Okay, and then we will double strike the backliner because the maximum damage they can do is 12. And then exiting that stance, we get 12 defense. And we'll basically just run that same rodeo one more time. Nice. Focus defensive, stance, and defensive shout. Focus defensive already gives me a direction to go with my deck, but I literally did just run a counter deck, like, moments ago. By the way, sorry if you hear any notifications or any phone sounds off to the side of the screen. I have to leave it on at the moment because all day I've been waiting for a delivery of a new computer chair, and it could happen at any time, and I need to be aware of when it does. I may also I may also just randomly have to pause the video and run away, so I do apologize about that. Oh god, focus defensive does give me a direction to go in, and I also haven't found on guard yet. Do I prefer Essence of Steel over these? No, I think I need the aggression still. Okay. So we execute, strike, and then focus defensive. Hey, use the taunt to gain a bunch of counter. Keep in defensive, use a single defend because the enemy is weakened, so their incoming damage is 4. Get him back with that counter, and then a single strike will get the kill. But we'll use an execute to do it. Oh my god, defensive style. Wow. Enter defensive, you start the turn in defensive, gain 5 block and 5 counter. Yep. Yep. Happy to take that. I'm also going to pass that weak potion. It's not like I've been missing out on any value by not having used any of these potions right now. These are still, I think, the best 3 potions that I've gotten out of this path. If I'd lost HP or if I'd missed an enemy or some such, then yeah, maybe I'd be losing value already. That took us a hell of a lot of hits in order to get it, but the question card is ridiculous. Future card awards have 1 additional card to choose from. We can now choose to be a little more picky. Actually, significantly more picky. Bag of Marbles. At the start of combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Based on the way that we're running this deck so far, I'm going to take the Sapphire Key over the top of that one instead. Breaking the Sapphire Keys, max HP. So focus defensive upgrades to become 0 cost. Defensive style upgrades to become innate. I honestly think the defensive style upgrade to become innate is pretty reasonable for us. Okay, I'm almost certain to use the explosive potion here. I don't actually have to play the focus defensive. This is a weird turn. Like, I obviously want to play... Well, do I just play everything except for the execute? Is that how we play this? Then just tank up constantly? Tanking up constantly doesn't seem like a viable play, really. No, it totally is. I could probably go for a second defensive mode and be pretty happy about that, but past that point, we're going to start getting to, well, negatives. Okay, I know my play here. We kill the front liner and then full defend. And now we only need to draw 1 defend for 5 each turn and we'll be totally safe. Couldn't even do that here, though. Dang. I don't think I'll use another potion. Take 5 damage. I'll be fine with that. Oh, yes. This doesn't exhaust. So I have consistent defensive entry in the deck. I wonder if that means I want to put more finishes in. But then I have to get back. No, because I need to start my turn in defensive for the sake of the defensive style. Not that I have to constantly use the defensive style, but... Well, I mean, it'd be pretty good if I could. If nothing else, every time I play it, I'm increasing the amount of counter I get from future techniques. So just putting techniques in this deck would make a bunch of sense. And of course, we will be looking to do that. Ooh, like look at this, 15 counter from this one. Keep it in defensive. Hit me for 20 damage right back at you. All right. Good fight. Fighting for dummies. If you end your turn while in no stance, gain 6 block. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Alright. Rage Sigil. I mean, it's a technique at least. Perfected Strike. Tornado Punches here. Defensive combo. Gain 5 counter and 5 block for each enemy hit. 7 and 7 on the upgrade. Deals 12 damage to all enemies. I mean, look, having a little bit of AoE in this deck seems like it appeals to me a hell of a lot. However, there's Arena Preparation. Technique. Fatigue 5. Add 3 random techniques into your hand. They also gain Retain. This is very powerful. I'm going to take it over the Tornado Punch because I haven't taken it before. Also immediately upgrade it. And yeah, I'm going to get the Emerald Elite down this floor so that I have 1 more extra dex. Because an extra dex means a hell of a lot to us. Okay, I probably shouldn't have even... Yeah, I probably should have just double defended on that turn. That's my bad. When I say probably, I mean I definitely should have just double defended on that turn. Enraged Bash, Fight On, Gladiator Shout, Shatter. I don't really want to enter Gladiator much at all, if I can avoid it. Berserk combo, remove the enemy. No, okay. I guess I'm pretty happy to remove. I can't be upgraded. Guess I'm pretty happy to leave Zell. Yeah. Happy to have that out early. It just gets me a whole bunch of extra counter to build up in time. I don't execute, right? No. Oop. I'm gonna focus defensive, then arena prep. Sword Sigil, there's also a defensive shout. Oh my god. And they don't even exhaust. It just adds extra techniques into the deck. Look at our counter right now. Yep, I think I found the way we're going to be playing. I think I found it. Do I now use execute? Question mark? Yep. Because then I full defend, the enemy attacks me, they take a bunch of damage, and then I full kill. Meal ticket. That's actually going to activate because I got the shop in 2 spaces time. Whenever you enter a shop, heal for 2 HP. Skillful dodge, enraged bash, face slap, and cheap shot. Now, skillful dodge is an obvious combo in here, but that was also the thing we did last episode. However, it probably shouldn't be something we ignore just because we did it last episode if it's also good. If it was a technique, I would feel way better about that. I know it's up against cheap shot here, and stunning an enemy is, well, it's pretty dang good. But I'm gonna confirm. Well, I say confirm the win here. I'm gonna get as close as I really can to confirming the win here. Nice double growth turn right there, just as expected and hoped. Hold firm. Gain 9 counter, gain 16 blockers not removed from 1 turn. I also got an arena preparation. It can give you itself? Oh, that's rad as hell. Vicious mockery. Okay, I'm gonna viciously mock the... Well, I mean, either of them. They're definitely attacking this turn. They can't buff 2 turns in a row. Literally incapable of it. Focus defensive, hold firm, and then let's give him a berserker shout. Tornado punches back here. There's also false counter. I didn't want this to be the same deck. False counter makes a lot of sense. Stop it, Ryan. Why? Okay. We go... Execute, defensive style, throw out the arena participation. Just strike. Okay, let's gladiator shout. Nice. Then I'll focus defensive. And then play 2 more techniques. 35 damage counter there. Pretty reasonable. None of these are really going to deal extra damage at this point, right? Let's taunt our way into Berserker. Attack and execute. And then just see what we can do. What? Gladiator Shout gives us the ability to Sword Sigil for as many attacks as we can possibly get here. Focus defensive, and then double strike you. 67 HP away, that's not half bad. Shield Wall, Fan of Knives, Backstep, and Duel. How good am I against single targets right now? I feel like Duel accomplishes something I'm already good at doing, however, it does upgrade to become a technique, and then it's also twice that it plays. So my single target fights become ridiculous with it. Fine. I think that's good enough. Cold Shot. So I'll tell you my trepidation with Cold Shot. Next finisher you play does not exit your stance or cause your turn to end. I think... So I haven't even used this. But here is my view from the outside of the reason that I haven't used this yet. It feels like this isn't really good unless you upgrade it. Like, it is harsh upgrade debt. Now, again, this is not from knowledge at this point. This is just from my suspicion. So any of this could easily be wrong. But it feels like it carries huge upgrade debt because it goes from 1 to 3. And I guess I'm not really thinking much. about how many finishes I play in a single fight, and I'm looking at this and going, well, I mean, it's a skill, so it's power, so it plays itself out, so, oh, yeah, how many extra uses you really get of it, but it's right here next to Bring It On, which is on sale, giving us 10 block, 10 counter. It's hard to turn that down, right? It's also worth noting I haven't really done anything new with this deck yet, so let's go Cold Shot, Bring It On. I will say, however, oh my god, Manipulate Time is actually really good here too. Gain 10 block, trigger all the effects that happen at the start of your turn, which is going to include the defensive style. And so far, nothing else, but it could include more things over the course of the rest of the match. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh god, if I could take Manipulate Time and remove a card, I would be so happy. I'm 2 gold short of being able to do that. The more cards I remove, the more consistently I play things like Focus, and then my techniques. Effectively, every card that's not a technique or a block right now is in between me and my core deck. Manipulate Time is not incredibly useful yet. Fine. Okay. We could defensive style, false counter, Bring It On. I like that. Hey, they did double attack on the first turn too. Perfect. Let's focus defensively. Throw out a skillful dodge. Kill the back liner. Front liner deals, what, 12 max? But they did 12 on their first turn. So we're fine. Let's get the cold shot out there in an arena prep. Enemy is attacking. Absolutely confirm that right there. Get the raid sigil out, gladiator, and then taunt my way back into defensive. There we go. Circumvent, perfect card for us right now. Gain 6 block, defensive combo, gain block equal to your counter. Upgrades to also give you some counter. Yeah, it's up against an arena preparation. It's also up against the rapid strikes, which would make sense in this deck ultimately after I end up getting the techniques. But Circumvent is one of the tools that we were missing for a build similar to this in a previous episode. Oh, wow. Okay, so now Runic Dome actually, it still shows you the enemy's hand, which is pretty important, but it now doesn't show you what they're going to play. They have 3 out of 2 energy, so they are going to be playing all of that, so there's 13 incoming damage, I know, but it doesn't necessarily tell you, and sometimes the enemy will have multiple cards in hand, and you won't know what they're going to play. That's cool. I like that. It did feel like the Runic Dome was kind of weird in these fights, where it would still let you see the intent system. Let us... I mean, we're going to need to use that Bring It On right now. I think I'm actually going to use the Swifts. Okay, now I'm not going to use Bring It On. Because I really just want to use the finishers after I have Cold Shot out. Also does need Cold Shot to get upgraded. It's arena preparations all the way down. Now, the enemy is definitely attacking this turn, so Vicious Mockery happily. Lariat. Triggers technique and block. Lariat would be exactly the right thing for us. God, I would draft Lariat like 10 times. Focus, skillful, defend, and then circumvent. This deck ramps a lot faster in terms of its defense than the previous run as well, so maybe it won't end up being another 2-hour run, but maybe it will be. Enemy's definitely not attacking this turn. I also imagine they're probably not attacking next turn, No, never mind. They actually got a giant amount of block. They are definitely going to still attack this turn. It's trying to be a little dickish, like, oh no, yeah, we killed him, and they're not going to be able to do anything here, but no, they totally still are. Last Stand Steel Edge, Enchant Sword. Choose a Garde in hand, increases damage by 5 this combat? Huh. There's also Masterful Slash there. Enchant Sword upgrades to become 5. Well, I don't really think I have the right deck for Enchant Sword. You'd need probably a card that has a ridiculous amount of multi-strike on it. Masterful Slash, Last Stand. Wow, we're actually in the position where I'm debating not taking any of these. Yep. I think that's actually where we are. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay. 0, 2, 0, 2, 2. I mean, it's extra draw, and I already have extra energy. The thing is, it's up against Pandora's box here. Start of combat, add a Slay the Spire card to your hand. It costs 0s. That would just be for the next 2 turns. I would add a colorless boss card into my hand at the start of the turn. For 0 cost 1. Let me add that, right? I mean, we haven't got the crown at the moment. We could go for like a hat run, but unfortunately we don't have the broken crown. You know what? I will go with Pandora's. Just get the rest of the strikes and the defense out of the deck, because I feel like we already can provide ourselves enough block with the rest of the cards, and this might effectively act as like a bunch of free pickups as well as a bunch of free removals, right? Okay, shield throw. Great. Enchant Crown is interesting here. Choose a card in hand, it costs 0 this combat. I imagine it upgrades to cost 0 itself. There's also Perfect Form. If I'm honest, I feel like we just got Shield Throw and removed 6 cards from the deck. Or rather, removed them in waiting, because I feel like I'm probably going to remove them this floor. There's a string of questos in the middle there that I've already got my eye on. Yeah, I have a little bit of an addiction to going to question mark rooms. Over the course of the Ladder Streak series with Sneaky Teak, I've definitely come to reckon with the fact that going to as many question marks as I go to and prioritizing them as high as I do is not necessarily the most repeatedly consistent strategy that I could be playing into. I'm more than willing to cop to that. However, it is fun, and I'm not really playing for the leaderboards right now. I'm more than happy to change my playstyle if it needs to at the time, but I think I'm okay. I think it also injects a good bit of fun in. Let's definitely break the emerald. Yeah, Enchant Crown. The problem with Enchant Crown here is we don't have that many, like, super expensive cards. Like, I could probably even remove Enchant Crown without feeling too bad about it. The shield throw is huge, though. I'm gonna recall Ruby Key, actually. Can upgrade the shield throw later. Effectively, the reason I decided otherwise right there is because the shield throw is... it's good. Just not desperately necessary for us right now. The upgrade. Like, I think we're kind of above the power curve of the game. Significantly. Enemy doesn't attack on turn 1. They do on turn 2 and every turn following thereafter, though. Okay. We'll end this turn with Bring It On almost certainly. mean, Flash Strike would get us into Gladiator, but also give us block. Actually, I'm going to Flash Strike and then Taunt and see if I get back into defensive. And we do. Okay. It's more than enough for me. Duel wants an upgrade pretty badly as well. Control, finish him, perfected strike, crooked strike. I'm happy to pass on this one as well. I don't really think an attack potion is better than anything I'm holding right now. For this deck specifically. I really don't want curses because I already have a lot of removal dead in the deck. So I'm going to take the souls. Happy Flower. Every 3 turns gain energy. Got that. Ooh, cold shot in the right hand as well. Let's get defensive style. Call that shot. Bring it on, and then whopper. Good hand for the Enchant Crown. It is a finisher as well, though. And it deals 7 damage right now to the enemy. I think I'm fine. Feels like this one's just dual false counter and then taunt, stay in defensive. Nice. And it ends extremely well. Riposte. Enter defensive. Discard all no. I will take a second copy of Circumvent because that is the easiest way to get a giant block number here. Because your techniques give you counter. They don't give you block. Ancient Potion. That matters a lot on this floor. Prevents the Snecko from messing with us. Prevents Hex. It's difficult to give up the Explosive Potion for it, knowing how valuable the Explosive Potion can be. On this floor in particular. I really want to take this option one time. Ritual Dagger? Is that really how we play? I think it's so early that Ritual Dagger just goes in this deck. You just take it. It's more than good enough. It's not like I'm sad to have it. As much as my voice betrays the thought of the other kind, I'm not sad to have it. I'm actually going to Ooze Infuse too. Huh. Nice. Let's, I guess, balance defensive. I'm just looking for defensive combos that help defend me. There we go. I'll do it. Yes. I can't go out of this one. Oopsie. My bad. I guess I'm going to go into Berserk then. Let's get some fatigue and end this fight faster. Thank heck the enemy wasn't attacking that turn. Okay. Focus defensive. We'll taunt defensive. Then I circumvent 2 times and shield throw for 1 billion damage. Love it. The way the this deck runs, I don't really have a huge amount of control over when I kill the enemy. So actually, because if the enemy attacks me there, defending was going to prevent them, or defending was going to kill them. I'll pass this. But because I don't have a huge amount of control over when I kill the enemy, maybe the Ritual Dagger actually was a bad choice. I mean, I don't really get to play the Skillful Dodge many times. Let's get the Cold Shot upgraded. I mean, this kind of makes it too easy. We'll basically never be threatened if we take this. The thing is, our setup will also be a lot slower. And I think I'm already comfortable. To try and get things nuttier instead of be safer, I'm also going to be refusing this. So I just don't think we need to play that safe here. Because, like, our strat is already playing ridiculously safe. Speaking of playing ridiculously safe, I hope I get some defense here. Some check crown on duel. Can't even kill the frontliner with that. I'm gonna have to execute at the end of this turn too. I'm just executing for the sake of getting some extra defend here as well. Or block, rather. Okay. Ow. And it's time. Taunt our way into defensive. Ooh, 2 copies of Hold Firm. You simply have to love that. Hold it for another turn. Ooh, duel is even active. Beautiful. Even circumvent there. I'm going to throw the Ritual Dagger because we're looking to try and draw into shield throw and just end the fight right now. Nah. Rude. I just wanted to end the fight. I mean, I do have Cold Shot, though. And the only one who is going to attack is going to be the Gremlin leader in the back line here. It takes another turn before the Gremlin Wizard is even interested. Come on. Really? The Gremlin leader chose specifically right now to stop attacking. I see you, Gremlin leader. I see you. Not super jazzed about my HP at the end of that fight. Not super jazzed about any of these card choices either. Eternal Feather, heal 5 HP for every 3? Every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. Okay, I'm going to enchant the Execute because we intend to use that right now. Then I'm also going to bring it on before using the defensive style. Nice. Opening up with finish is pretty good there. Shield Pro. It's useful in general. Ooh, Shield Slam. Can only be played if you have at least 20 block. I would love a copy of Shield Slam in this deck. Let's viciously mock the enemy first, and then hold firm. Perfect. And then Shield Throw and Shield Slam. If we could just add a Shield Slam to this deck as well as an On Guard, we're done. That's the deck. Call it a day. Well, it's already called that. Skillful Dodge? No, I think it's literally just slash him. Alright. Not bad. We're gonna have to fight the merchant a couple times next floor, though. Oh, that's a shield sigil. It's also up against the defensive shout. But that's a shield sigil. it's so powerful. But it's only powerful instantaneously one time. How many entries do we have? So we have this, literally, we enter defensive on the opening turn as a result of having defensive style in the deck. Love it. Focus defensive? Enter it repeatedly. Taunt, enter it repeatedly as well. No other entries. I mean, it's perfect form. I don't think I need that many entries because I'm not ending it. I'm going to take the Shield Sigil. Unupgraded? Over a defensive shout. This says gain, what, 18 counter by base, and then it scales up every time I play the defensive form or whatever. A lot of counter. Let's go for the Shield Sigil, though. Enchant Shield. Choose a card in hand, increases block by 5 for this combat, upgrades to become 0 cost. It's worth noting, this card does not exhaust. I think I might be severely underestimating the power of the enchant cards. Full stop, I guess. I was about to continue that, but no, that's basically how I feel. Arumbas. Okay, we'll go for a removal now, I think. Let's get the in-ring bashed out of that deck. Never really made sense there. Immediately using up the Maul Bank, but I have to make sure I get as many removals as I have the opportunity to. Absolutely not the best turn I could have had. Ow. What I can do, though, is call a shot, skillfully dodge, taunt everyone. Bring it on at the very end, too. Yeah. Ultra defensive hand, please. Oh my good giddy god, is this ever an ultra defensive hand? Rising Strike as well. Love it. Death Blow is damage to all of the enemies, too. Good lord. I'm gonna Death Blow, Rising Strike, use the defensive shout, use a Shield Sigil, and then I'm gonna circumvent 2 times there. There we go. That's a decent amount of block, right? If only I had Hold Firm in that hand. I guess I'm gonna enchant Crown on the perfect form. Ah, there we go. Now we do actually change stance in an ultimate stance. I like it. And then get back to killing. Preserved Insect, and means in league combats have 25% less HP. Hard pass all of those as well. Guess hopefully in one turn's... No, taunt. No, I needed that later. Choose an option. I mean, any option. All bonuses. Love Shield Sigil in this deck. I should have played Focus Defensive earlier. Whoops. Ritual Dagger is not going to work here, unfortunately. Ooh, that was loud. The Tornado Punch would be extremely useful here. Unfortunately, don't have access to it, though. I have the ability to enter Berserker, but that's about it right now. Guess I'll take what I can get. Unless defensive, you can't block next turn. I definitely can't afford that. Circumvent and then Lariat? Really? No, I should just execute a character. And now we're fine again. Taunt our way into defensive. Dual kills the backliner. Bring it on. Tanks me the absolute hell up for the remainder. Hey, we actually do get to upgrade the Ritual Dagger at least once here, though. There's another focused defensive. I like it. We're going around, like, scaling up through our techniques and combo, right? So, seems like it works exactly for that. I'm gonna throw away the Ritual Dagger here. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken the Ritual Dagger in retrospect. Okay. Focus defensive. Let's get some techniques out here. Love a good Rising Strike with double technique. Let's circumvent and then shield throw. Having circumvent and shield throw in the same deck is so powerful here. One heck of one lot of block right there. We'll also pop a circumvent, bring it on, and then a false counter to try and continue the damage over a couple turns here. Good duel. Duel needs to be upgraded to become a technique. That's a pretty big one that we've been avoiding so far. Not avoiding intentionally, just have been avoiding. Let's Death Blow, then taunt our way back into defensive and circumvent for the end. This is an interesting turn. I'm gonna focus into skillful dodge using the Death Blow to activate. Do I really want to do it like that? The enemy is about to kill me if I do that. No, let's not die. Yeah, let's not lose the game because I got too aggressive there. There's another shield thrower. I mean, it's really good, so I'm definitely going to take it. It's just... We replaced our crown. We threw it away at the start and then stumbled back across it later. All broken and junk. Good lord. Alright, the only thing I can do is try and get 2 elites on my same path here. I mean, Duel is desperate for the upgrade. Oh, good lord. Defensive calls. Do I really want a perfect duel? No, I'm just gonna duel and Masterful Slash. Honestly, risking that I am going to leave Ultra later is just... Ultimate Form, rather. It's just not necessarily something I need to do. Defensive Shout. Another technique. Another into defensive. Honestly, I don't think I need that. Heal to full HP. Already on that. Thanks, though. Ooh, upgrade a card every single hand or upgrade an individual card. There's not that many more individual cards that I need to upgrade, so I'm just going to go for them intentionally. Right. Focus. Circumvents. Reasonable, I guess. Not great. Shield Sigil repeating an extra time is actually pretty good. Honestly, what I need most is draw. And it feels like I mostly access draw through being in Gladiator. So maybe I could have considered, like, you know, the hybridizing Gladiator and defensive. But if I'm entirely honest with you, I avoided doing that because that's also what I did last episode. And I'm trying to differentiate it at least. I want to differentiate the episodes as much as I can without ignoring a winning line that is put on the table in front of me. Right? Differentiate them, but safely. I feel like this deck is fairly differentiated. Like, yes, it uses block. Yes, it uses counter, but it uses them differently. Yes, it uses techniques, but it also uses them differently. It uses the counter just to build the amount, or rather, sorry, it uses focus defensive in order to build the amount that it gets from techniques on counter, uses the counter to generate block, and then uses that block to kill the enemy in the shield throw. So, it's differentiated, you know? You know, fashion at least. I think I actually do upgrade the shield throws now. Sup, merchant? Sup, dude. Defensive style, then arena. Love it. I mean, focus should have gone out first there. Oh my gosh. Come on, shield throws. Come on. It's one shield throw at the absolute least. Now let's viciously mock him. Give him a wee bit of a skillful dodge. Duel him while we can as well, and then throw in a giant shield throw. Do I need to execute? Yeah. Yep. Worked perfectly. 1, 9. We're literally just short of killing the enemy this turn with the ritual dagger. How we may accomplish that is entering Gladiator, using Taunt to draw a card. Okay, that didn't do it. Well, we tried. And now we kill. Oh my god, it's a pre-upgraded Tornado Punch. That's the only universe in which I could finally put one in the deck. Thank you, game. There it is. On guard. It is a technique. It doubles your counter. Upgrades to give you 8 before it does that. I've been looking for this desperately for a long time. Come home. Come home, babe. You're safe now. Goodbye, Flash Strike. I don't really need any of the rest of these. Got another shop on this path. Might as well wait for it. Good lord. Are you attacking? You aren't. Okay, good. Means there's 3 debuffs coming into... 2 at this point. 2 burns coming into my deck. Shield Sigil, deal... pop a giant false counter there. Yeah, this one's pretty simple. Cold Shot, Skillful, throw out a Tornado Punch literally just for the defensive combo bonuses it gives us. Circumvent, and then bring it on. And we took 1, but it set up a giant amount of counter that we've managed to retain here. Use the Enchant Crown on the On Guard. Then Shield Sigil. I'm actually going to Gladiator Shout, then taunt my way back into defensive, then On Guard. Nice. That's a lot of damage. Really? Come on! Oh, now the enemy is gonna... They're only gonna attack when they're full... Oh, you. You know? I'm gonna have to execute and Masterful Slash here just to try and get some defense. because then the enemy does another 45. This is actually like the worst nemesis. Like, this is the absolute worst order of things the nemesis could have done to me. Stop it! I need you to attack me when you're not intangible. Please. This is absolutely infuriating. Hey, the enemy is attacking this turn. Great. I mean, I have almost no damage, but yay, I guess. 21 damage to the enemy, 22 back on them. So I actually can't even shield throw this turn. This nemesis is actually being as mean as they are theoretically even capable of being right now. It is a masterclass of rudeness happening right here. You die. I'm so done with you. At the end of combat, sorry, at the start of combat rather, play a random card from your deck. Interesting. Shield Sigil. It is a technique as well. It gives us decks, but I'm gonna try and play into this. Because like our dex is a way to scale the amount of block we give ourselves, but so is our counter because of the circumvents. I'm going to take the speed potion over the duplication potion, so I definitely should have used the duplication potion in the last fight, because this gives me the ability to just get 10 decks on the start of the boss fight at the end. Take a blood vial for 2 healing at the start of each combat. On guard definitely needs an upgrade right there. Makes it dramatically more impactful. Hey, started out with an execute there. Nice. If finishes actually ended your turn, even if you were out of a stance, that would be not a possible thing for me to draft as a relic, rather. Thankfully, that's not the case. I got a gut feeling the enemy isn't going to be attacking this turn. They very seldom attack 2 turns in a row. Nice. Get that prep. Throw in Bring It On and the Tornado Punch there. Okay, come on. We don't have On Guard, but we do have... Oh my god, we don't even have Circumvent. Oh, that's so rude. No, not Berserker. No, not defensive. Okay. We missed what I was looking for there 2 times now. I have to play False Counter if I actually want to be able to use the Circumvent and Shield Slam kill. And here it is. Focus defensive. We Death Blow. On guard. A Circumvent. And then, yeah, Shield Throw for 348 damage. Seems good. Don't need any of those. Maybe I would have taken Devastated. We were a lot earlier. 2 more upgrade opportunities. Love it. I'm intentionally choosing not to go into ultimate stance just because it wears out after 2 turns. Okay. One hell of a lot of counter right there. Sure. We actually get to advance the Ritual Dagger one more time. More than happy about that. It's not like the enemy is going to damage me ridiculously in response to that. Alright. Come on, have a go. Yeah, enough, mate. Nice. Cultist Potion, gain a ritual, not super my style. That is a free technique, but it also doesn't draw a card anymore. I don't think I need it. Okay. I mean, false counter being cheaper is always nice. Actually gonna upgrade both focus defensives here. You attacking? Nope. Alright. Let's throw out a death blow and a tornado punch then. Just generate as much counter as I can on that turn. False counter is going to be useful this turn. We'll pop that on you, use an enchant crown so that we can get in the false counter for free. I don't have cold shots. I'm just going to circumvent and pass. Focus defensive double time here. Love it. And then we even double up on the duel and sigil. There we go. Blue Candle. Unplayable curse cards can now be played. When you play a curse, lose 1 HP and exhaust it. Nope. Don't need any of those. Don't need that potion either. I was committing to the second focus defensive upgrade. I'd love an event that just allowed me to remove 5 cards right now. Please. I just want to get rid of them. They don't need to be here anymore. Midliner is not attacking, backliner is, so I know they're dead. Making this basically as safe as I could have played. Focus defensive, wheel. Yikes. We're not actually even really defending much this turn. Well, I say not defending much, but shield block is still giant defense. Come on. Gimme just... There we go, damage. That'll do it. Centennial Puzzle. The first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. Love to see it. Pass yet again. That's rough. Now I don't get to defend next turn. Yeah, I can't do it next turn. That's the turn that they do a giant attack on, though. Yikes. Kinda just screwed against that, then. Alright, gain defense at the start of the turn. Yeah, my defensive style still gave me block. You cannot gain block from cards. Okay, so maybe, right, because it's an active power, it counts still. Thankfully, this hand isn't that defensive either. It's not like it mattered too much. Although the enemy did their largest attack. They can either do a weenie attack that turn or a giant attack that turn, and of course they chose the largest attack they could have done. I'm gonna take another circumvent just because I've been disappointed on how often I've been drawing them. I've been getting more combo support than I've been getting counter support. Oh, sorry, I've been getting more counter support than I've been getting block support, is what I meant to say there. Should have played execute at the start of this turn, that's my bad. Let's focus defensive and then just tornado punch. I'm also going to throw the ritual dagger and end my turn. Enemy deals damage to me, thankfully giving us 3 extra draw. Hopefully we can convert that into something particularly powerful here. Start with a duel. That's an on guard. That is certainly an on guard, is it not? We'll false counter, we'll on guard, then we'll arena prep, getting 2 more. Double hold firm! What is this? God, I'm spoiled for choice. Let's throw out the giant shield sigil. Just hold firm and then on guard right now? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and that's why. GG. Hey, we got here in 1 hour. Unless the next floor is going to take us another hour to complete, this is significantly faster of a run than the defensive run that we ran last time. It also had Gladiator in that run as well. A lot of what I end up doing in games like this, and I know I mention this fairly often, but I can't necessarily believe that everyone hears every single video, right? A lot of what I do in games like this is I find something that works and then I pair it back until I understand what works about it most significantly, what contributes to it most effectively, what parts of it are that important and that transformational effectively, in order to make it a winning strategy. And then from that, I end up working back to understanding what is good in the game, right? Not what is good in terms of design, but what is good in terms of like usefulness. So I find like having the last run be so slow and defensive and gladiatorial at the same time, and then having this run, which was utilizing similar mechanics but is significantly faster, despite the fact that it is also very, very defense heavy, to me says that, you know, obviously we've been offered different things in this run. There are, you know, multiple different variables at play, but one of the variables is a better understanding of how to run a deck like this and what tools are more impactful in a deck like this. Sammy? Love arena preparation here. Let's enchant the On Guard 100%. Do I just recklessly leap and then do that? I'm not taking any damage this time. I'm going to taunt to see if I get in Gladiator. I do. Then I use this taunt to draw a card, get back into defensive. That was huge, because now I shield sigil, circumvent gaining 61 block, and then I get to shield throw for a giant amount of damage, which I would not have been able to do if I didn't go for that extra draw from the Gladiator. That's a big thing I need to continue investing in, understanding when I can use Gladiator effectively like that. Ow. Yeah, there goes the ow. I mean, I love the hand that's so dang simple to resolve here. Got him. The boot. Perfect form. Fan of knives. No thank you. Absolute spree shopping time. We don't really have an X cost in the entire deck, do we? God, I wish I had a copy of Lariat. Deeply, deeply wish I had a copy of Lariat right now. Chemex with that seems a pretty good thing. In terms of removals, look. Perfect form being played out by the blank card is actually a negative for me, so I'm gonna be fine without that one. Ice Scream, save energy for future turns. I mean, look. Very little of this is going to be actually impactful for us, so I'll take that and then move on. the shield throw upgrade for some more defense. Not that that's actually important with the 2 speed potions we have. Okay. Speed pot, artifact. I'm gonna enchant crown to make the shield throw low cost. I called my shot, so I can bring it on here. Throw the ritual dagger so it's not in that cycle. And then keep my 10 decks at the end of the turn. Ooh, baby. That Haunted could have been a lot worse. I'm happy to lose that Execute. Stay defensive. Defend up, and then on guard. Come on, hit me. Thank you. Ooh, okay, so it does actually negate the damage from the rest of the 2. I saw previously it continuing to hit, and I was worried that maybe it was going to continue to deal damage too. Sure, let's arena prep. Another on guard. Yes. 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 It's my best bison. Wasn't really a Street Fighter or fighting games in general kind of person growing up. Didn't really like the competition. I mean, like, it's kind of evident in the games that I do play, right? I don't play that many multiplayer games. Even when I did play multiplayer games, I played the PvE versions of those multiplayer games much more consistently than multiplayer games themselves, so... guess I'm just gonna Tornado Punch. Maybe throw out a Misteful Slash. Nice. Let me get back to the on guards. So duel is just always turned on off in this fight if there's a boss, right? Because the God of Life, while being unhittable, is counted as an enemy. But there is only one enemy right now. So an example of this, actually, would be in the Darklings fight. This is what I would like to see. Does duel activate if there is only one Darkling alive in the Darkling fight? Because there are 2 other entities there that are both... I mean, they both have an intent, and the intent is going to come back in a turn's time or some such. But typically, base game events count that as a single enemy. I wonder if duel is following suit with those. Or maybe I'm just misremembering how those are actually even, handled in the base game. There is some science to do. Let's be scientists. I mean, I should have just got rid of that void, right? Or the aged, rather. Because it actually adds the void at the end of the turn. I mean, look, I can play the Berserker Shouts right now. There's no Haunted left in the deck. And then I taunt my way back in. Okay. Taunt our way back into defense. Nice attack. Afraid it's not going to be enough, though. Oh, this retains. I mean, I'm not going to retain it instead of using it this time. This is interesting tech for the future. I don't need to use that finisher right now. Can easily save that for a later turn. Okay. Cycle back to them as quickly as I can. I like that these still have retain after the first cycle. Arena Preparation is such a good card. Oh, it's very powerful. I wonder if I should just always draft arena preparation. It's taking me a while to think of it. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be sad if I did that. Okay. Keep up the focus defensive. Icky. Damage. I'll use a Berserker Shout there. Come on, give me a Haunted so I can get rid of these Berserker Shouts. I mean, if I'm retaining them in hand, it doesn't matter though. But still. Okay. Tornado Punch, circumvent, 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 and then on guard. Nice. I think I will use the Bring It On this time to gain more before we use that on guard there. There's more counter before we use that on guard there. So now with the defensive boost, so we're gaining 18 additional counter each time we use a defensive. Until we exit. Sorry, until we each time we use the technique. Until we exit defensive. So that's why I can't change forms at all this time. Yep. This one kills. Then we circumvent, and then we shield throw for 300 damage. Approximately 300 damage and change. False counter as well, you gotta love it. There you go. Thank you for the hit. We'll welcome Meow back in one more turn. And thank them then. Hey, Meow. I would tell you you're an all-star. Alright, there we go. GG. Well played. That is Meow down. And also, finally, we got on guard. Granted, they came into the build quite late, but we got them nonetheless. I don't actually believe there is any level. Wow. Okay, so on the main screen, it wasn't showing that there was another unlock level, so I thought that there were actually just 4 levels coded in, but no, there are more. Cool. Although this is the final one. Dueling Glove. After using a single target attack, if the target has no vulnerable, apply vulnerable. Neat. There's also Barbell. When you leave a rest site, sorry, when you enter a rest site, rather, if you have at least 3 non-upgraded cards in your deck, upgrade 1 at random. Love it. Want it. Super jazzed about it. Hope it's rare. Deflecting Braces. At the end of the enemy round, gain counter equal to your remaining block. Very, very good. I'm gonna have a quick look over at the rarities, because, I mean, it could be a boss rarity, for all I know. They are in Compendium. No, Card Library. Relic Collection. That's a crown of some kind. That's like a Niao's Lament kind of sitch right there. Oh my god, there are a lot of relics I've apparently not seen. Oh, it's a shop relic? 1,000 reps? Psh, I can do 1,001. The text is illegible on Berserker's Guide to Slaughter. Swirling and finally breaking. Swirling and swirling towards freedom. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. I'm looking at the descriptions of the ones that have been added by this mod. Things always seem better coming out than they did going in. I like that. Like the theme of that. Something fierce. Like shield protection on demand. Prismatic Shot. Best defense is good offense. Recycle it. One day it too shall be recycled. More is better. We're all aces. We're all aces. I mean, all aces, like, we're all good. We're all fine. It's just I'm wondering if that's a quote from something. I've been watching Fargo recently, specifically rewatching Fargo again recently. It just reminds me of Lorne Malvo, near the end of the first season, just in response to a particularly provocative comment, saying, aces. It's a very, very niche-ish reference, but I also don't necessarily want to spoil it or actually mention what they were referring to at the time. But the moment, the game, Slay the Spire, Rhapsody, playlist in the description down below. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.